Welcome to the SwimSwam podcast. I'm your host, Coleman Hodges. Joining us today, Olympic bronze medalist in the 100 fly. He is now the Swiss national record holder in 4 different events in the short course format. Today, we're sitting down with Noe Ponti. What's up, man? How's it going?
Hi, everyone. And it's going well. Thank you. You?
Doing well. I have no complaints. I'm excited to pick your brain today about a myriad of topics. First of which, you just set 4 Swiss records at the Swiss Championships. Can you tell me about that meet? What were you expecting heading into it?
Yeah, exactly. So last weekend, we had the Swiss Championships in Zurich. And yeah, I broke 4 Swiss records, 50, 120 fly, and 2 IM. And I mean, I didn't really expect to swim that fast now already because we didn't really prepare for Swiss short course swim championships. But yeah, so I'm happy to I swam so that fast. And yeah, what else can I say? So it's also my times and short course meters are getting more interesting than before, let's say.
Did you said you didn't expect to swim that fast? I mean, is that significant to you that you broke all of those records, 2 of which held by, Jeremy, your fellow Olympic medalist from Tokyo?
Yeah, sure. It's it's significant. And I mean, I'm happy to have now all of the fly Swiss records, both short course, long course, and also to have broken the 2 IM, which was held by Jeremy. It's nice. I mean, we're still friends. We didn't get mad or so, but yeah, so it's very good. And yeah, also, yeah, as I said, we didn't prepare. And the week before Swiss Champs, I was in Bolzano in Italy, and I didn't really swim that fast. And I mean, yeah, it was a bit surprising, but that means that I'm doing good work and I'm swimming good. Yeah.
So prior to this, a big story about you was that you came off the Olympics. You came straight to the US to NC State, where you had committed to swim. You were there for a while. It seems like you had a positive experience, but you had just been through a pretty life-changing event and winning an Olympic medal. So you came back home to process everything and to just kind of sort things out. You've been at home for a few months now. How has it been being back in Switzerland?
Yeah, I mean, you resumed everything pretty well after the Olympics. So with the Olympics, my life changed pretty a lot. I'd say with the medal and everything, I went from 0 to 100 in one day. And yeah, so it took me a while to process everything and the medal and stuff. Yeah, I came back to Switzerland and stayed on for 2 weeks. And yeah, I was only an event there. I had to go there, interview. So I didn't really have time to take a break, stop, and rethink and about what I did, what would have been right. So yeah, what would I do? Never question myself. What would I do now that the Olympics are gone? I won a medal. I got here. Is it still right to do this or that? And yeah, I just went to the US. And I mean, it's nice experience. The first weeks were, I mean, amazing and everything. I think, yeah. So you cannot complain about it. But yeah, after the first weeks, so the first weeks of excitement, I started to not feel so, not being quite myself or so. And that's why I started to rethink everything. So starting to process the medal, to think about what I did. And then I started to question myself, is it still right that I came here to the US when everything was working perfectly in Switzerland? And yeah, so it wasn't a really easy time also mentally, so as you can expect. So I decided to pack my stuff and come back to Switzerland, so to be surrounded by my family, my stuff here in Switzerland that knows me better. And yeah, I after a few months that I'm back now, so I'm settled back in Switzerland and everything is going great. So I'm feeling myself again, and I'm doing very well. So yeah.
That's really great to hear. Obviously, you're swimming pretty well, but it's great to hear that you're doing well. Just mentally and being at home. It sounds like a great comfort. Can you talk about how your life changed after winning that Olympic medal? So, what specifically, changed for you?
Yeah, I mean, so you have to imagine that. So winning an Olympic medal in Switzerland, it's not like winning an Olympic medal in the US, because Switzerland is small. We don't win that many Olympic medal, and it's a pretty big thing. And yeah, in swimming, it was 37 years that Switzerland didn't win a medal. So the first ever medal was won back in 1984 in the 200 breaststroke, bronze medal. And then since then, no one won anything anymore. And yeah, so me and Jeremy were the first two Swiss guys to win a medal in swimming at the Olympics. And yeah, and also in my region, so the Italian part of Switzerland, I'm the first after also 37 years to win a medal at the Summer Olympics, because yeah, Winter Olympics, we're one of the best nations in the world. Summer Olympics, we're good, but we cannot compare ourselves to the US or other big nations. And yeah, so everyone, when I won the medal, they were going crazy. So back here in Switzerland and at home, so it was so a big thing. Now, yeah, and now, for example, when I walk around the streets or so, people stop me. They want to take a picture. They want an autograph. And before that never happened. So it was like, wow. Before no one knew me, or maybe only people that were so in the sport environment and new sports or swimming. But other than that, no one used to know me. And now pretty much everybody in my region, at least, they know me. They know my name, or they know who I am, and that's pretty nice. That's nice, but you have to accept it as well. So you have to say, okay, now, I'm still the same person as before, but something changed. So it changed how the people look at me. So I'm like a hero here. I don't know. It's like being, I don't know, a star, a TV star, or around here. And I mean, that's nice, but yeah, you have to live with it, and you have to understand how it works and everything. And yeah, and also for the media, so before, maybe journalists, or I had interviews just before Olympics, or with Europeans or so, but now all the time they contact me, and you have to also to manage that part of your life, to be yourself, and because I want to remain myself. I don't want, yeah, like, so because I'm a pretty humble guy, and I like being so like that. So it's not easy, but so I like it so far. Yeah.
That's good to hear that you like it so far. Because that sounds kind of overwhelming. That sounds like a lot to
Yeah.
to get used to. How has
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Also because I came to the Olympics, and I wasn't one of the favorites, so to win a medal. Yeah, you named me the dark horse. So in SwimSwam. So yeah, I could possibly do a great so swim or so, but I think pretty much no one thought that I could really win a medal. So when I won a medal, so that made maybe even more news and stuff, at least here in Switzerland. And yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, let's talk about that Olympic experience. We, as you said, we named you the dark horse in that 100 fly to win a medal. Heading into the Olympics, what were your expectations of yourself?
I mean, so heading into the Olympics, I just wanted to do great and to make a final, because my coach always told me, and he keeps telling me, that if you make a final at the Olympics or World Champs, then anything can happen, because pressure can play, yeah, a bad game for someone or a good game for everyone. So yeah, I mean, the goal was to make final, and yeah, but I didn't really thought or that I could really win a medal. And I always hoped for. I think you hope for a medal, or you dream of a medal when you go to the Olympics, because yeah, you can do it. You qualified for the Olympics, and you can dream also for a medal, but you don't believe in it until in the end. And yeah, so expectations were to make my Olympic experience and to do the best I could. I swam pretty fast the whole season, always. So I think I swam about 10 times, 8, 9 times, I don't know, sub 52 in the underfly. And so because of that, so we knew that I could swim, that I could possibly swim under 51 or so. But yeah, other than that, we couldn't know how the other people would swim or so.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Is like, you went 50.7 to win that bronze medal, and I was going to ask, did you think you could go 50 point? But if you were 51 a handful of times, that obviously that seems pretty realistic for you. Were you happy with that time?
Yeah, sure. I was very happy with that time. So I was very happy to have won the medal. And I think when you win a medal, the time that you swim doesn't really matter, or it matters, but it matters that you touch before the others. Yeah, so it's great. So if I think about, so 2 years ago, I was swimming 52.6. So I developed a lot, and 50.7, it's so great time, but I think I can swim even faster in the future. I hope so, because I will have to if I want to stay at least in the top 8 in the world, because everything is moving so fast that at the Olympics we were, I don't know, 6 under 51 or so, 5 guys, 6. So yeah, we have to keep searching new, I don't know, new part of the race and new part of my swimming to where I can get better. And yeah, but I mean 50.7 is already a great time, I think, and so I cannot not be happy with it.
Yeah. So how long have you been with your coach who you're training with now?
So fully with my coach, it's now my third season.
Okay.
And I used to do also some trainings with him before, so like in the mornings, and that would be my fifth season if we count that. But yeah, it's been so now it's third season with my two coaches. But yeah, it's like if it has been much more, so because we have a great feeling. So and yeah, so they know everything about me, I know everything about them. And yeah, so it's like having second, yeah, they're two, so family. So they're another family for me. And yeah, I can tell them whatever I want, and I can, yeah, if we argue, I don't have to care about what I say or so. I can tell them what I think. They tell me what I think. It's a pretty nice relationship. And yeah, so it's been now, yeah, I started in 2019 because my other coach got fired because of some reason that I'm not gonna explain right now, but yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so yeah. So who knows, but I don't like to talk about it.
Fine by me. So you've been with this coach for a while now. You guys have a good rapport. What is the training like under this coach? What's his name?
His name is Massimo Meloni, and his assistant is Andrea Mercuri. I mean, it's pretty intense training. They're both Roman, so from Rome, so they're Italian. Yeah, we swim a lot. We do a lot of volume, mostly at the beginning of the season. Yeah, we do a lot of volume. And yeah, I train as if I would have to swim 4 a.m. for under free. No, I don't train for under fly. Let's say like that. But yeah, so it's very intense, but I like it. So I mean, I like it. Yeah, so I have results with it. So that means that it works. At least it works for me.
Mm-hmm. And so you mentioned you have a lot of volume at the beginning of the season, and then I'm guessing maybe as it gets closer to a rest meet or something, you come down.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we do a lot of volume throughout the season, mostly at the beginning of the winter season and the summer. So like September, October, then from January until March or so, and then again a bit of volume in June, let's say. And then as we get closer to the main meets or so, we still do a lot of aerobic, but with it we start doing a lot of race pace, and yeah, so pace 200, race pace, and yeah, so more quality than quantity maybe when you get closer to the meets, but still swimming a lot, or at least even so we always try to swim 2 hours per session, even if the session is, so the practice would be 4K. I will so swim for 2 hours, and if the session is 7K, it's 2 hours. So it doesn't really matter how long it is. But so my coach believes that if you you have to stay in contact with the water the more you can. So yeah, so even if it's a short practice, you have to stay at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah.
So for a practice that's 4,000, how would that work? Do you just take a lot of rest, or do you just swim very slowly, or what does that look like?
Yeah. So 4,000 is a very short practice. Yeah, if it would be or only 4,000, probably that would be initial part, but then some little sets where we have a lot of, I don't know, rest or so in between, and high intervals. I'd say probably in tapering, or when we taper. So yeah, we swim slowly, and we do some little fast sets, like, I don't know, only 3 times 350s on 1 minute, but or so. But in between, we have a lot of rest, and we simply take it. We take it easy simply. So we don't have to stress, because we have the space for 2 hours, even more. So we don't have to hurry to finish practice or so. That's
what is the training group like for you? Do you swim with other athletes as well?
Yeah, so I swim with, I don't know when we are about, so 12, let's say, or something like that. And so I'm the second oldest, the third oldest guy in the team, and we are almost everybody is in the national team, either in the junior team or elite team. And so there are a lot of young guys that I think they're gonna swim pretty fast in the future, or at least that's what I see, seeing them training. And so I like it. So it's a pretty small group, so we have everybody, so we have a good relationship in between us. And so there is nothing much to say. So I train in a national center, and that's why we're all a part of the national team, or almost everybody. So if you want to train with us, you can come here. And they speak either German or Italian. But so between us, we speak German, even though my main language is Italian, and even though we live in the Italian part, because they come from most of them come from the German part of Switzerland. So
your main language is Italian?
Except so I live 15 minutes from the border with Italy. Okay. I speak Italian because so in Switzerland we have the German part, French part, and the Italian part. The Italian part is the smallest one, but so at home I speak Italian. At school I used to speak Italian. I had to learn English, German, and French at school, and also to be able to communicate with the national team, because so everybody there speaks German or French or English. They don't, not a lot speak Italian.
That's so cool. Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea that was the geographic makeup of Switzerland, but that's really cool. So
there is also a fourth language in Romansh or so, but it's spoken by like 30,000 people. It's still national language, but I don't know any of it.
Fair enough. I mean, knowing 4 languages seems like a pretty good amount. So all right, so back to training. So you train with a lot of the junior team, the national team. Do you feel like you're kind of already a leader on that team, even though you're only 20 yourself, but obviously after winning that medal, after having this celebrity status, do you kind of feel like you're ascending into more of a leader role with those younger kids?
Yes and no. So yeah, I'm probably a leader. Maybe they see me as a leader, and I think I'm the one with the most experience on the team. But yeah, I try to be not to be the leader and to be the one that knows it all and is the best at all at everything. But yeah, so I try to be like them and to behave like a normal swimmer, normal person. So yeah, so if they need any advice, I can give it to them or so. But I don't like, as I always said, also I don't like to show off or so. Being a leader, yes, but so in a good way. Like being, I simply try to be a good teammate and a good friend, and how older friend for them. But yeah, so yeah, maybe the same as a leader. I never question myself about it, but yeah, also because we don't swim for the same clubs or so. Not everybody of us, and we swim. Everybody swims for Swiss Aquatics, but yeah, we have different clubs. So and yeah, I'm not in the position also to tell them what to do or so. And yeah, they'll live alone and everything. I think they're also big enough to know how to behave themselves. But if there's something that doesn't work, so I also always try to talk it out with them and to figure it out. And yeah, but they're nice guys. And
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. You're 20 years old, and they are some younger guys, but you've also got a long way to go, I would guess, as well. So you're in the water quite a bit. How many practices a week do you have? What's your training schedule like?
so I have so my training schedule is I have 10 practice in the water per week, so of 2 hours. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday doubles, and Wednesday and on Saturday only one.
Mhm.
And then we train the gym on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And if the strength coach is here, we do even more. So dry land sessions. But yeah, that's my schedule basically.
It's a lot of swimming.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, 10 practice of 2 hours. So it's 20 hours of swimming per week.
So what is for you, what's a favorite set that you've done in the last few years with these coaches?
I mean, yeah, favorite set. I don't know. So favorite set of the one that I did. I can say that's a difficult question. It's a nice question though. So I could tell you the worst set I've done.
We want to hear
that
about
would
that.
be easier.
Yeah, give us the worst set.
So worst for me also because I wasn't in the period so it was right after the European champs in May, and yeah, I was pretty relaxed. So relaxed after the Europeans, and yeah, I wasn't really feeling well in the water. Yeah, it was a pretty tough period. After vaccine and everything, I had to stop also for a few days. And yeah, I did the set. It wasn't that hard, I think, to hear, but I really was doing so slow that yeah, if you had seen my times in that set, you would have never thought I would win a medal at the Olympics. Yeah, no, it was 4 times. I think it was 4 times for no 4 times for 75 fast all out, 4 times 100 fast, everything twice, so 2 times. So 75s, 400s, 475s, 400s, fast. So yeah, fast.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
It does sound too bad, but I was the one that was swimming the slowest. So in practice, I mean, so also to you that you'd say, oh, it's easy. So not easy, but I mean, I can do it, right? I was like, okay. But when I jumped in water, so I understood that it wasn't very easy. But yeah. Otherwise, we do so many sets or so that you can not really remember which one was the best one or the worst one. One that I like is doing 1250s from the block all out on 2 minutes or 2:30, I don't know. And yeah, fly. Basically, you have to start, suited. So with the suit, race suit. Yeah, I did my best, I think in April when I was in Lanzarote, or May. And I went 10 of them 24 and 2 of them 25 long
Butterfly
course meters. Yeah. And I think that was one of my best sets ever. And yeah, so I was in a pretty good shape right there. But I just did it like 3 weeks ago, and yeah, I didn't swim that well. Also because we're in another period of time right now, so we're at the beginning of the season. But yeah, that's a nice set. So when you get at 650s, you're like, oh gosh, I have 650s to go, and I'm that ready because yeah, the lactate, you feel lactate until the last year. So
wow, yeah, those are I mean, that sounds intense, but that also sounds like a set I would like.
Yeah, and if you don't go all out at the first one, the coach gets pretty mad. So you have to give everything. So yeah, you have to give it all right at the first one.
Yeah, that's yeah. I can see how that would get hard pretty quick. So now you've been home for a few months. You just went to these Swiss championships. What's coming up next for you? And just in terms of competitions?
I mean, so my next competition is gonna be the World Short Course Championships in Abu Dhabi, and they're in 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, more or less. Yeah, and yeah, that's gonna be my next competition. I'm gonna swim a 50 fly long course 2 days before I leave at the race in Switzerland, but just for maybe to test the shape or so. And yeah, so that's gonna be the main event for the winter season. And then so in January I'll have a altitude training camp, then a meet in Geneva. That is probably the biggest of Switzerland. Then also February we will leave for the Canary Islands, so Lanzarote, for 2 weeks training camp. And then we will have nationals in March, and then Fukuoka in May, and Rome in August, Worlds and Europeans. And so those are the races I know I'm gonna swim, and we're gonna prepare for Worlds in May, Europeans in August. Yeah, those are the big goals for this season.
Yeah, it seems pretty standard. World champs, short course world champs, long course world champs, European champs. I have to ask, do you think you would go back to NC State at any time?
I don't know that I don't think that I'm going back to NC State for college, because I think I'm gonna start studying here maybe next year. So I'm taking gap year right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like everything is going well here, and I don't need to change right now, and it's not what I need and not what I really want. But on the other hand, I think that doing an experience in America for any other guys or young guys, it would be a pretty cool experience. But so you have to be aware that you leave your also comfort zone and everything, and that's also something I don't want to do right now. Also because I arrived at a level where I wanna stay here and do what I know the best and be surrounded by the people that know me the best. Even though NC State has a great coach, staff, and a great team, because I love the guys that are there, and I'm still friends with them. But they also know that I'm not coming back for a college career. So that's
I mean, that I think that's great that you, again, were able to take the time that you needed to kind of sort things out, that you made a decision that seems best for you.
I mean, so I'm happy to have tried the experience, even though it was only for 1.5 months.
Mm-hmm.
To have tried the experience of swimming in a college in the US. I think that if I didn't want to win a medal, maybe I would. So it would have worked out for me or not. But since the Olympics, my perspectives and my goals changed. They're not the same ones as 1.5 years ago when I decided to move to the US after high school. So I think that for me right now, the best place to be is here in Switzerland. And
how, if feel free to say, hey, I'm keeping this a secret, no way, but how have your goals changed, since winning that medal?
I mean, once that you arrive at the top, I'm not at the top yet, but top 3, top 8, I don't know. You don't wanna go down, so you have to remain there and even try to do even better. That's something I know I can do here because I trust in the work I do. I trust in my coach, so I trust both my coaches and my staff. And I think you have to believe in the program to succeed. You have to believe in what you do. So my goals are now, try to win again medals at an international level, and in Paris, it would be nice to win again an Olympic medal, because in the end, Paris 2024 is the big goal, and why not try to do even more? But so you never know until you go there and you arrive there. And as I said before, so the first step to do is always to make a final, and then everything can happen. as it happened 4 months ago in Tokyo.
So obviously in Tokyo, you swam the 100 fly. In short course, it seems like you've got a lot of versatility. Like we said, you can do 50 to 200 fly. You got the 200 IM in your back pocket. For these long course world championships or for European championships coming up this summer, do you think you'll expand what events you swim aside from just the 100 fly?
So I'm probably going to swim 100 and 200 fly. So we're keeping the 200 because I have a lot of potential there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I don't know, but my coach always tells me that I might be better at 200 than 100 fly, also for my characteristics and how I'm built. But yeah, so I'm gonna swim 100 and 200 fly, 50 fly maybe at Europeans or Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
50 fly, I'm not so competitive short course. Also because I don't know, but maybe long course I might be more competitive, but I don't know how much. Also because my start isn't one of the best start, so we gotta work on it. But I'm gonna still swim all of the other three strokes, and I'm gonna keep the IM. I don't know if I'll ever swim it on an international level stage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we're gonna keep training it also because I think it's useful for not only for fly, and also mentally useful, because if you start doing only one stroke, it can get pretty heavy mentally and psychologically. But yeah, so 2 IM and also 2-3 we need it for the relay, for the Swiss relay, and we have a pretty decent relay. So yeah, the 2-3 is for sure one of the race that I'm gonna keep and gonna train, because I think that at least on European stage we can do very well. So we got 6th at the Olympics, and we're all very young. So it's me 20, Antonio's 19, Roman is 21, then Niels is 25 now. So it's a pretty young relay, and we can definitely do very well in the future.
That is exciting. I didn't even realize that, but that's yeah, no kidding. That's great. You didn't swim the 200 fly in Tokyo, did you?
I did, but yeah, I did, and I missed the final by 6 100s. I think I was right behind.
Oh,
that karting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I felt a bit the pressure in the semifinal of the 2 fly, but yeah, and I didn't really swim very smooth. It was a crazy race, because if you think that, so 7, we were like 8 people, 9 people in 30 100s. That's pretty insane for it to fly. So
No kidding. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and it's like there's so many guys that went 155 something.
102, yeah.
Yeah, I mean
I went 55-36 maybe, or so. 30.
Yeah, 55. You were 55-37.
37.
Yeah. I mean, and
the final was 30 or 31.
31.
I don't know.
Yeah. To make the final was 31, but like Chad Leclos got 3rd overall, and he was 155.06. So,
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, pretty crazy race. So we'll get to hopefully see you in that race again more, which is super exciting.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I'm still young, so I have a long journey ahead of me. So it was just my first Olympic.
I'd say 10th at your first Olympics is pretty dang good.
Yeah, I mean, for being my first Olympics, I cannot complain about it. Not at all.
Yeah. Well, Noe, I'm really excited to keep watching you on your journey. As you said, you've got a long way to go. I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with us. Any parting thoughts? Anything else before we sign off?
So thank you for having me. And no, so I think we said it all. And I just want to tell just everybody that to dream, and because dreams come true, and just believe in what you do, and so you can for sure achieve big goals. And yeah, if you only think that for me 1.5 years ago the Olympics were just were a dream, and now I won a medal right there, so in Tokyo. It's crazy to say, but yeah, so dream, and everything can happen.
You've been listening to the SwimSwam podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week. You can take SwimSwam podcast on the go by subscribing on your favorite podcast platform. Look for links in the description below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos as well.